Welcome back to the Fire Emblem Fates Revelation Blind Run. Last time, we entered the Invisible Kingdom for real. In fact, I can probably say its name now. We entered Vala for real. Unfortunately, it seems like a nun course ambushed us way earlier than we expected, and Scarlet sadly took the hit, and my headcanon is she remembered everything about being married to Kamui in an alternate universe right as she died. Just to add to the tragedy even more. But we still don't know exactly. Looked like the Invisible Swordsman did it, but it seemed like the way they were talking, it was a Nunkos himself, so yeah, there are still many mysteries remaining there. As much as I admit that I had been pretty much essentially spoiled on that something would happen to Scarlet, I was expecting her attacker to be much more obvious. Anyway. Bamboo Yumi, which, they're actually not bad for an E-ranked weapon. Then again, that's mostly because Yumis are just so good. Almost skipped over his humming there. But... oh, did he? I think his humming went on longer than I thought it did.
I can do this.
Okay then. Yeah, so Mozu gets even stronger, as if she needed it.
Hey.
Huh. Okay, so Elise can potentially be his mother, but... not sure how that'll work out. Yes, instant sauce. That's how things work with her.
Right.
And, yeah, you obviously prefer tomatoes.
What's this?
And some wheat. We're getting a lot of resources
Hey
here.
now.
Yeah, I doubt we could make something durable with that. Now I guess I could check out the lottery shop, and while we're here I could do the mess hall, because it's so close.
You have arrived.
Okay, let's hope that you are lucky with this. Ophelia's probably a good sign, but, hey! Silver, nice.
What's this?
I think you can get golds out of a level 2 lottery shop. The chance is just much lower, because so far I think I've only ever got golds out of the level 3 shop, so... I mean, then again with my luck, I mean, everyone else probably... That's probably one of the best cooking lines just here, and just how straightforward it is. Are you hungry? I have food. Anyway, let's just, let's get rid of some of our bear jerky before we have an army of angry Fredericks chasing after us. And, yeah, let's just go strengthen magic. Actually, now I think about it, we can make surf and turf now. I just realized that recently. Should probably make that sometime. For some reason, cooking is... well, I mean, actually, cooking in that armor would be pretty exhausting. Standard, okay. Just like his dialogue, really.
Well.
You just... that was your dad's cooking you just described like that. Yeah. And, yeah, just boost the stats normally without giving any real additional effects. But that's alright. So, next we've got a few places we could go, but let's just check out Lilith's Temple again. And once again, more berries, but that'll be an important milestone, because hopefully her magic hits 30 from this. I think her caps are like in the high 30s. They're not quite 40, but they get up to like 37, 38, I think. Of course, it's going to be pretty obvious. In fact, I think these are the highest stats I've ever had Lilith go, but it's because I've been making a bit more of an effort to actually feed her. Okay, I guess arena first, then private quarters. Let's see who's on arena duty today.
Cha-ching!
Is Kamui going to help here?
I can help too.
Yes, he is. Yeah, good thing a second Kamui didn't just randomly run up from the sidelines. Okay, I'm glad that I supported her with Kamui, because otherwise there is no way she could have a partner here, and that would probably end badly. I don't want to risk my things that I only have one of. You know what? I'm actually going to go and have Anna herself fight here, because Kamui would result in very strong enemies, so let's just go with Anna. Oh, an archer. Yeah, she's not really going to be able to use her shining bow here. That's going to be bad, because her magic is better than her strength.
Let me try.
At least Kamui does decently here. And her evasion is pretty good. Of course, that doesn't matter because my luck is terrible, and Anna is gonna die here. Yep, there we are, of course. Anna with the highest luck in the game, no match for my appalling luck. And that's why I didn't wager anything I only had one of. Okay, let's cheer Kamui up after his loss there with some face action! Okay, so no, yeah, meanwhile Kamui's sulking because, of that very embarrassing performance in the arena. Yeah, so no face touching today. But we still can do some bonding. That's a little while, it's only a few more, but then we'll get the next one. I believe the next one is the bath event, and then after that, that's the end of new stuff.
Even if fate tears us apart, we'll always have these sweet moments to hold dear in our hearts.
You don't need to be laying on the ominous foreshadowing on this route. I'm pretty sure you're going to survive here. And who can we invite in? Why is there a heart there? We can't support him on this route. Oh yeah, I used Baruka a little bit in skirmishes, so she might be a little higher level than usual. I also got this candy cane. Not sure if she had that before. And Mozu... yeah. Yeah, Mozu's stats totally needed to get that boost today. You know, have I heard many of his bonding lines? Let's see. One of the very few non-generic Great Knight outfits in this game. So what is this matter you need to discuss? I hope it is secondary to the matter of face.
Perhaps next time we could get into a sparring match or two.
I just can't hear his voice without thinking of, it's not quite George Jackman, and it's a little bit like Wesker, but not really. And that is all we can do here, because, yeah, that well, yeah, that did nothing, because we can't support with Gunter on this route. I'm honestly surprised that he's still in the party. Given that we couldn't support with him, I was really expecting him to leave the party definitely by now. In case he does, I'm going to get rid of that vulnerary, even though I'm sure that if he does eventually leave the party, he will probably do the honourable thing and put his inventory in the convoy, just like a certain other knight another Dark Knight who left the party in a, not quite a Fire Emblem game, but pretty much a Fire Emblem game. And so, what supports we have? Yeah, so I've been kind of getting some supports in a few skirmishes. Also in skirmishes, I've got some people up a little higher level. So Nyx is a bit higher. I leveled up, I'm not sure if I leveled up Selena. Yeah, Azuma's now level 20, because healing gives a lot of good experience. Arthur and Charlotte are both at 20. I'm so glad that Arthur's speed is better. And yeah, we've got quite a few, and Perry's actually quite high level now. Also, give that rabbit spirit... Yeah, Perry, you give that rabbit spirit to the convoy before you do horrible, horrible things to it. It's actually kind of funny because, recently, I saw a, museum exhibition about the history of Australia, and there's a whole area of the exhibit dedicated to discussing horrible, horrible methods of killing rabbits, because, let's just say, historically, Australians have really not liked rabbits. But, anyway, I digress. We've got Xander and Hinoka B, Laszlo and Selena C. I forget which one it is. One of these supports is apparently amazing, but Azuma and Effie B. I need to get these two up a bit higher. These two B. We've got quite a few Bs, actually. So that one's an A. And Perry and Laszlo, which we've already seen before, so we can skip that. And, have we seen this before? I'm actually not sure. We might have, but I'm... Oh. Oh, right, this one. Have we seen this before? I'm pretty sure we haven't seen this before, actually. And yeah, given this is Revelation, where both kingdoms have kind of made peace for now, this would not cause an enormous scandal within the army, so I'm glad I'm getting the support now of all times. And I was hoping that Sakura will be the one to give Elise a kimono, because I'm going to get them to an A+, and they're going to swap classes, and then Elise is going to get Tome Fair, and it's going to be so amazing. Yeah, you totally don't like that pretty thing so much that you're willing to forget everything. And you're giving it to one of the princesses of Hoshido's sworn enemy that are, from what everyone knows, responsible for killing Mikoto. Once again, Azura, I am really glad that we're getting this support on Revelation, because if you did this on Conquest, this would cause major, major issues. Not that you already haven't had a lot, but still. That kind of action would definitely cause a political scandal. And, well, I don't know if this support is different on Revelation. It might be. I'm not sure. It definitely makes more sense on Revelation, because on Conquest it's like, one day our kingdoms will be at peace, give her this then, and then end of Conquest story. Yeah, Hoshido's kind of destroyed. Okay, so Mikoto wanted it, but even then, I still think that would have caused major, major problems if this was not Revelation. Speaking of rude to Queen Mikoto, you might want to have a word with the guy who's totally your father, and just give him a few stern words about what he did to her. Even if he wasn't the one who actually did it, he was definitely involved. Yeah, it must be kind of difficult doing that for the first time. And that's only a B? Really? Okay, that's actually one of my favorite supports I've done in the whole game so far. And it's only a B. I can't believe I haven't got that before, and now I really want to get these two to an A. Yeah, I mean, it had great backstory info, it had really good characterization. That is one of my favorites so far, actually. So, more B supports then. I guess on the subject of the two kingdoms being at peace, we should probably do these as well. Yeah, Leo, please be less of a jerk this time. Thank you very much. You, in the War Council? The one who has better defense than me? I totally don't resent that, and I'm totally not keeping you from the War Council because I don't want you to show me up. But then you got defense blessed, and then everyone wants you there. Yeah, it actually would be helpful information for her to know as a healer. Yeah, just explain things logically and Leo will stop being a jerk to you. There's only one higher, but still, the idea that she has more defense than him is kind of amusing. And now this one. Yes, she looks a bit, somewhat disgruntled. Huh. Unless they predicted that you'd hear them, and so they're intentionally trying to double surprise you. Yeah, I think I see what's going on here. Yeah, like, okay, so unlike, like her... Sorry, just thinking of the right way to put this. So, Xander's dad probably never threw him birthday parties ever, so, at least Hinoka's in a better situation than that. Or, unless they're deliberately doing this to set her up with Xander. Yeah, this is actually kind of a nice support. And now more, like I said, more B support. Okay, that's an A. Yeah, so let's go through the other B supports. Well, I mean, admittedly, that's kind of the job of armor knights and generals, and they really don't have to worry about their own life very much unless there are armor-slaying weapons involved or magic. Well, I mean, considering that your retainer did that in another universe, I wouldn't put it past her. Yeah, especially not on this route. I swear there's this... Oh, right, yeah, that's what it reminded me of. Actually, Selena's stats are looking really good so far. I guess, yeah, let's do the other B support. Then I'll probably go on to the C. Have we done this? But I'm actually not sure I've got Shigure any higher with any of his 3 fathers so far. Yeah, and this will also distract the villagers from running into the middle of a horde of enemies and dying for at least a few minutes, so this helps everyone. Maybe you should ask Arthur to give you some advice. That apparently does wonders for people's artwork. It's like part of the set with the others or something. Yeah, especially when he's already also fighting in a war. Guessing it's either him or Azura or both of them. Anyway, like I said, we now have a C support to do. Maybe I should do this now. Laszlo, you are S supported with someone at this point, remember that. Yeah, this is the annoying thing about Laszlo supports and stuff like that. He's just, yeah. You can think of this as a flashback happening before he S supported someone. Well, I mean, considering that he's kind of married now, it does work sometimes. Yes, Laszlo does not want to be taken seriously. And now he's making puns. That was interesting. I think it's the B where things get really hilarious, but now a few A supports. So more bug slaying squad. Wow. Yes, there's a difference between scary and disgusting. You kind of lost the metaphor on the last one there. And if you've supported with Laszlo, you know this is not the case. Ah. Yeah, I do agree with some people. It's not that bad as a friendship support, but as an actual romantic support, I'm not really sure. This one, though, actually seems kind of decent so far. Huh, well, we already know a few bits about her parents. Well, she'd probably get on quite well with Jacob as well. What is it with Nori and parents and abandoning people? I mean, seriously, we have Jacob as well, and most likely Niles also. Well, it was kind of obvious that something like that happened. Yes, and then you killed him. Yeah. We've already seen this in other supports, and that person was also involved in the deaths of Oboro's parents. I still need to get Baruch and Oboro up to an A. This actually isn't a bad support. And that's everything that I can do so far. But now I think I also, got some gold and bought a few promotion items. I now have 4 Master Seals, and one of them is definitely going to Charlotte. Even though I technically did promote her on my Conquest run, I didn't really use her seriously. I only did it just so I could get her power log faster, and then kind of immediately ditched her, which is maybe might have been a good thing, because she got quite badly RNG screwed there, but here, 30 strength on a level 1 Berserker. That is pretty amazing. I was partly considering Hero at one point, but there is no reason not to waste that incredibly good strength stat, so Berserker time. Though she has had some pretty appalling hit rates lately, so yeah. I might want to take off Gamble, maybe? I don't know. Also, now she has a Bronze Axe for some reason.
You got it!
-2 luck, -1 resistance. Yes, keep her very, very far away from mages. But 30 strength is pretty insane. And now as for who else to promote. Again, I'm focusing mostly on people I didn't use much in the first run. Let me see. Oh yeah, Niles and Setsuna are kind of done. I could try and give Niles another chance. His strength is not looking that good, though. But those Bow Knight stats aren't bad. I would really like to use Rinka, but again, she's someone that I've really used before. Actually, I've already used Kagero. See, there's so many characters to promote, so little Master Seals, but I will get more of them soon. I would kind of like to use Effie as a general, though. Azuma, yeah, I want to get her and Effie supported up, but Azuma as an Onmyoji is probably terrible. Great Master, though, yeah, I really like him as that. Though I did already use him on Birthright, so... And while I did already use Effie, I haven't used her as a general before, and I do really want to try it. I've seen her as a general before, though, back towards the end of Birthright as an NPC. let's hope the same unfortunate fate doesn't befall her here. Pretty standard general, although she doesn't have that gold trim, which is pretty
protect you.
cool. Her defense is certainly a lot better on this run. And I keep forgetting generals can use axes in this game, because none of mine have ever had a particularly good rank in that. Yeah, that gold trim is pretty cool. And she doesn't do the shield push anymore. And anyone else who... I admit I did use Arthur a lot previously, but he is a lot better here. So there's also Hayato and Nyx, who aren't quite finished yet. Yeah, just a lot of people that I could potentially promote here, although if you are... Yeah, who to promote? I mean, again, I already used Hana. I have 2 more Master Seals. Maybe they should go to pairs who aren't quite done as far as S supports go. I made Silas a Great Knight before, although his stats are definitely meant to lean towards Great Knight. See, Azuma, as long as I have him healing, he's still useful even if I haven't promoted him, whereas Silas... or... I have already S-supported Arthur, though, unfortunately. Maybe I'll just grind him up later. Kaze is definitely meant for Master Ninja more than Mechanist, but I did promise that I would use them in different classes to normal. So I've got 2 more of those. Guess there's no real reason not to use them. I haven't actually used Hayato as an Onmyoji before. And this could actually help if I am trying to use Nyx a bit more, so maybe I should go with him then. And I actually like that mountain head thing on him. I love how he's so short that the seal doesn't even get up the full half of the screen. And I think both of his outfits are pretty much generic, which is a shame. And with one more... the other 3 are all... well, the other 2 are all promoted, so... And yeah, his strength is pretty amazing as a Dark Knight, but I actually think I'm going to focus on the partners of people who I'm trying to give more use to. Oh, he's got the headdress as well. So, Silas Great Knight time. With that, that should end the promotions. It's also going to end Silas's non-generic outfit, sadly, but his stats are really meant to be Great Knight. I don't know why that's his generic palette. At least blue still makes sense on him. And with that, that is all that I wanted to do here. So... oh, I could try... actually, wait a second. Wait a second, I think... where? Yep, I can upgrade the hot spring to 3 now. I think I could have done that in the last chapter, so I could have got a certain someone earlier, but yeah. So next chapter, someone new is going to... in fact, if I do this, next chapter I'll have 2 new people joining. Excellent. Let's just upgrade all of them, just in case. Apparently one of the characters works for the Fire Orb or Ballista or Launcher. And now I can make these golems marginally less useless, but, might actually want to upgrade all my fields. And anything more? Just the 3rd golem, which is still useless in my opinion. And more of these, and that would be it. Okay. And that means we can now use all of our new gathering spots. Just 3 berries. And all the new stuff we can build is mostly just... oh, we can build an ice sculpture. Maybe we should save that to... save that until the next time that we come here, because we might get a certain someone who would really work with that. But anyway, next time we're going to be continuing into the Invisible Kingdom, into the abandoned town. Actually, wait, sorry, I lied. That recording turned out a little shorter than I thought it would be. Also, look at all those blue spots there. So, because I upgraded a bunch of new characters to level 1 promoted, I thought might actually be a good idea to try Invasion 2 now. Because all the enemies here, I think, are only were level 1 promoted, unless they scale. Most of them are level 1 promoted, so... let's just check here. Yeah, they're all level 1. If I do this any later, this will be pathetically easy, and it'll be a good opportunity to train some... lots of things up the front, too. Also, a good opportunity to test out my new level 2 automatons, which are still probably going to do nothing. Also, we got, 3 turrets here. Yeah, it might be a good time to test this, actually. If I do this any later, it'll probably be pathetically easy. So, let's, I guess, go for any... not you two, you're already quite strong. You're already somewhat strong. I guess if I'm bringing Charlotte, I have to bring Sizer. And... let's see. 2 more. Anyone else who's just newly promoted? Not really, so for my last 2, the enemies on the lower front are actually kinda tough, so I might want to bring some somewhat decent people. Maybe Xander can tank down the lower end of the map. Well, actually, Silas and Baruka are probably the best tanks here, except there are some archers and magic users. Except the magic users aren't actually that strong. I forgot who can use launchers. I think that's shuriken users and that's bow users, so... I wonder if they actually have to have a bow equipped or if they just have to be capable of using bows, but anyway. Now comes the difficult task of actually finding everyone. Yeah, we actually have quite a few magic users down here. Though, a lot of them are actually fairly pathetic, although speaking of pathetic... pathetic is how you would describe her resistance, so... except there are still archers down there. Speaking of archers... okay, so these 2 are going here. And you are basically archers everywhere. Where is Nyx? There she is. Neither of their resistance stats are that great, actually. But if I get rid of both of those 2 archers there, I think there might be reinforcements later. Also, inventory time. I don't know if she should use the rabbit spirit. Let's maybe give that to you. Actually, wait, it's the horse spirit. You can't even use the rabbit spirit. And Nyx is only to see. Right, yeah, of course you can use javelins. What am I thinking? Actually, you can use that. And I may as well take a heal staff. And you may as well take more healing staves. And you may as well take a healing staff. And that, you may as well take better axes. don't know if that's better or worse than the seal actually has currently. Anyway, I think we should go now. Now we'll be able to defend that throne soon. And let's change the music here. Yeah, this sounds a bit dire for this point, but I'm gonna go with it. Okay, good, she can actually double with something. I was worried for a moment there. 42 critical without a killer axe. Yeah. That's all I had to say there.
They won't beat us.
And she's only just...
You're nobody.
Yeah, exactly. She's equal to their level, and already she's doing that to them. Then again, partly the high crit rate here is due to some of my facilities improving that, so that may go down once the enemy has destroyed my decoy buildings, but I would much rather have them destroy my buildings than destroy my actual people. I unfortunately had to do this.
Kill them all.
I thought the... Well, actually... Silas wasn't supposed to stop you from killing things, he was just supposed to make you feel emotion for it. I like the way the silver sword looks in this game, actually. That sounds like a weird thing to be pointing out now, but... Okay, wow. Wow, you're seriously that pathetic? Interesting. Though... Though I do have to remember her HP is absolutely tiny, so... Might be best to... start here. Oh, you can double with the horseman. Be best to use the slightly bulkier one here. I like the view next to the farm here.
As expected.
Alright, that was his skill activating. Yeah, I thought that was a bit too much experience to be getting it all at once. And then come... Now, I am pretty sure a lot of these guys will be mostly just targeting my buildings rather than my actual characters as they go down there, but do need to be quite careful of... Why is their attack range that big? Oh! They can turn my turrets against me! That's why. Okay. That's kind of interesting, actually. Now, what I like doing was putting Benny down here. That's how I did this on Conquest, using natural cover with that terrain, but does that count as a terrain feature? No, it doesn't count as a terrain feature, I don't think. I don't think 17 doubles her, but she's still taking quite a bit of damage from that. And I'm not attacking my own Dust Dragon, thank you. At the moment I'm just going to fly you around there and just have you... Actually, Javelin is a negative modifier to speed, so... And no, I'm not breaking my own buildings. Probably should have given her the Garden Nugget now that I think about it. Okay, I still love the Dust Dragon. And yeah, like I thought, they're mostly going for those. I forgot what bonus that gives. Okay, you're going directly for us. And that is definitely useful. I throw Mudsdales at you! I'm kind of looking forward to that Pokemon, but again, seeing how good its ability looks, I worry they're going to give it some pretty bad stats to compensate for how good Stamina seems. I mean, you know, let's think of Furfrou back from X and Y. That ability, halves damage from everything physical, is amazing. Then Furfrou's stats came out and we realized it was actually pretty terrible. I do have a trained Furfrou, but it is nowhere near as good as I thought it would be. Speaking of nowhere near as good as I thought it would be, this Berserker is nowhere near doing as good a job of destroying these things as I thought it would be. You, however, are... Yeah, Actually, my defenses aren't nearly as pathetic as I thought they were. I'm used to the later invasions where pretty much all of the castle defenders are pretty much useless. Well, you did a good job while it lasted, and I just realized that its faceplate looked kind of sadder than usual there. Huh, you didn't double that one, but you doubled... Oh, that's because you leveled up and gained 1 speed, I think. But I'll have Nyx take on the other one, I think. The other... Actually, yes, the other one, because there's only one more left. Actually, no, wait. Lilith's probably going to kill it now I think about it. What are you doing? Okay, using the sword. That is going to stop you from counterattacking bow users, though. And I think it's only big swords that debuff the user after attack. And you're going to use this. Thanks to that negative critical evade modifier. That happens! Yeah, that Berserker was a complete disappointment in multiple different ways. And yeah, I thought that would happen. Lilith, you stupid, annoying kill stealer. Well, at least we fully healed there. I was wondering if that Dawn Dragon was healing us twice, and then I realized, oh yeah, it's because it heals once on the ally phase, healing the allies, and then it heals on the player phase to heal. If I got rid of the magic users first, though, there actually aren't that many left. Once they're down, Xander has essentially free reign. So, I don't feel too bad about sending Xander in here. Especially when he's doing that much damage.
Help is coming.
This is the...
You're right where I want you.
Yeah, not so much help as massive, ridiculous brokenness. Now I can't hear that without thinking of Dokapon Kingdom's random voice clips, which are pretty amazing. I want her to get a bit more experience. And then, okay, so she's doing exactly as much HP as this thing has left, doubling and critically.
Sorry about that.
Well, not critically, but and potentially critically. But she didn't because my luck means that even with 60% critical rates, I barely critical at all. Huh. It's just me, or is Baruka actually being kind of weak? Oh yeah, she crits! Yeah! I mean, admittedly I needed that, so that was actually good luck, because Charlotte critically there would have been unnecessary. But still...
Alright.
Apparently Baruka's strength is not supposed to be that great, but she's doing alright for me. Okay, now, yeah, we are actually clearing out these things pretty quickly. I don't know if there are reinforcements in this invasion, there might be. So I'll just have to be slightly cautious, but... Okay, now, we have an area where we can make sure everything's safe, so that's good. Now more chip damage. Honestly, I don't really care if you kill the Dawn Dragon. In fact, you're going to get destroyed by that puppet anyway. Yeah, these... Oh, actually, I take that back. This puppet might be... Although it takes no damage in return. And yeah, yes. It is still really unsettling just how slowly the puppet draws back its bowstring like that. Aha! Now Effie can go into a natural environment. Here. These things generally don't start rushing us, you have a katana. Generally don't start rushing us for a little while, but I don't want them to all go for... Effie has less defense. I wonder if they'll all focus on her. I don't want them to all go for Xander, because he's already kind of strong as it is. But I do want to get rid of this one.
Let's have at it.
Prepare yourself.
Well, Xander's being particularly awesome today.
Is that all?
It's kind of funny, in Invasion 2 on Conquest, Xander kind of carried it as well, so... Even though this invasion is probably totally different, actually, yeah, the Invasion 2 on Conquest was really different because they had entrap staff maids, which was extremely irritating. So that's -5 damage. Okay. Forgot what the things that I lost did. I know the prison boosts critical, yeah. Yeah, so these two will approach, and yes, I know my throne is totally exposed, but I doubt they're going to get there. Sorry, Dawn Dra- Okay, there are reinforcements. Thought so. So, Charlotte's going to have to double back, but that's probably fine. Yeah, that was a 50-50 shot. Getting it in 2 is fine. Okay, now... Yeah, good thing about that ninja pair-up boosting movement. Speaking of ninja pair-ups... Hi, ninjas. Also, speaking of ninjas, yeah. Weapon triangle advantage, and still, this is a pretty shaky hit rate, and then still she did that.
I win!
But didn't crit, because, yeah. I guess this is the best course of action because Silas has less experience. I mean, given his insane base stats, he doesn't really need that much more levels. He already has... Actually, no, that's just a pair-up. I was about to say he already has better defense than her, but... So I'm expecting reinforcements coming from here, so gonna have to get you to double back. And they still haven't... I don't want to speak too soon, but... Yeah, Effie's actually surprisingly good at doubling. Well, I mean, what she's doubling here is generals, but still.
Oh, bothersome. What a workout.
And yeah, Effie's personal skill is also pretty amazing, and probably another one of my favorite personal skills in the game. It doesn't do much at the very beginning of the game, but after that, everything pretty much gets affected by it, because her strength growth is insane. Now, if I can swing around here and take you out with Hinoka, then she's pretty much safe.
Good.
Come on, Hinoka. Xander's got 2 low teens crits. You should be able to do it too.
No need to worry.
And yeah, this is why Hinoka is awesome. Sometimes I almost wish that I could turn the Dust Dragon off. It actually feels like this is making this a little too easy. Well, that hits. And that is exactly enough.
A good effort.
But not enough. Actually, I would kinda like someone to go for Effie, only because Hinoka just is really, really overleveled as it is. I'm glad she's got the Guard Nugget out of equip, because if she didn't, she might be at a chance of dying here. And she has had to slightly slow down there to pull off an
Victory is mine.
epic Pegasus somersault. Why, thank you for attacking the one that I wanted to get the level up on.
I'm gonna tear you in half.
Don't think I've heard that one before. We're going to be hearing her critical lines a lot more from now on. I kind of want to get Arsene here just because I'm sorry, but after the way Caesar treated her, I just don't really like using him anymore on this playthrough. Yeah, I thought so. Wow! Okay, I'm annoyed that I didn't get a chance to get some experience with Nyx there, but that is the first time I've seen Lilith actually be useful in a castle battle before. There are only 3 enemies left. I kind of just want to stay here and wait for more reinforcements. I know that reinforcements should spawn... Okay, I'll keep you back there just in case. Reinforcements should spawn around the start fairly soon. Let's just, do this.
Everything is fine.
It pretty much is at this point. That was a...
You asked for it!
Yep, it was a crit. Admittedly, I do have the prison's critical bonus. That's probably why everyone's critting so much, but I'm getting an awful lot of low percent criticals here. I thought so. Yeah, that is what I was actually waiting for. Don't know if there are any more that come from the sides, though. Okay, so let me just check something. Okay, yeah, that is actually pretty dangerous, but if I get rid of... Unless you have any hammers or anything. If I get rid of both of them in the same turn, which I am not going to be able to do without the Pine Branch...
I'll support you.
And by support, I mean... You crit again, didn't you?
Time to say goodbye.
That has been 299 criticals in the same chapter. Okay, I was about to say that I'm thinking that that Pine Branch, she literally just ripped that out of the ground and smashed things with it, but then I realized she's not actually in the forest anymore. Now, I think there are going to be side reinforcements again soon, so... I might want to hold off on moving further at this point. Do want to heal Hinoka a tiny bit, but of course, she's the one who has the healing staff. Yeah, you're just going to stay there. And you are more concerned with the buildings than you are with anything else. But yeah, without the javelin, you don't get doubled. Excellent.
Divine intervention. Allow me to help.
And this could miss, but... Yeah, it did. Okay. For some reason, I had this feeling that would miss. Oh, no. Please... Don't... You did it. Okay. On the one hand, I'm glad that these automatons are actually being useful for once. On the other hand, I'm really annoyed at them for stealing our experience, and that's why I left people back there. I knew that would happen. These automatons are being more than useful for once. I am actually really liking this castle. Of course, we have another Master Ninja and another Great Master. Okay, you're guaranteed at that, so I may as well take you out with Charlotte.
Bring it on.
You're nobody.
There we go.
Who's next?
Well, there might be more soon. Like I said, I could end this now if I wanted to, but I think there's going to be more reinforcements on the other side. Oh, that wasn't a critical. I was thinking that was for a second there.
Who's next?
Hey, they both said that. My two axe-using females are fighting in sync at this point. Okay, now... Yeah, you are obviously the bigger threat here. That is obviously the better option here. Generals definitely believe in the Fire Emblem mantra of spinning makes everything better. They spin even when they don't get a critical.
I'll spot you.
And yeah, that's pretty typical Effie at this point. I don't know if they're probably going to charge this automaton, and I kind of want to keep these automatons alive because they're almost being the my equivalent of the 313 Archer here. Actually good NPCs, for those who don't know. Yeah, I knew it. I hope this second one can't actually kill it. What are you doing? But yeah, speaking of actually killing it, my 313 mechanical archers are doing a really good job. There's Lilith! Really? There's only one left. I'm kind of... Part of me wants to... You don't have like a... Okay, part of me wants to just wait out to see if there is, because I think there might be an all-sides reinforcement rush soon. So I'm actually going to hold out for now. Unless you get close to my throne, in which case you are going to... Because that would be really embarrassing if I did all this and then someone took the throne. Okay. So... Yeah, I am intercepting you right now. But keeping Effie down here just in case something happens. And keeping you on the side here just in case something else happens. Or... Okay, now I was going to say these things would handle it, but unless this one crits, the experience is still safe for me. You're gonna... Okay, you didn't crit. Okay, that's good. Wow, these NPCs are being helpful in every sense of the word. And I think, yeah, best I get Baruka to do this, and that is done.
Together we shall prevail.
Time to play!
With a critical. Send all the copyright police you want, Anunkos.
Done.
No one will stop us now. And yeah, there we go. Gonna save into my other slot here. Oh, and that counts as a battle for the purposes of this. So, we get Fuga now for having a level 3 hot spring. Yeah, exactly. It feels a bit weird that you of all people would be connected to the hot spring. Oh, this explains why. See, earlier I was about to say, I felt it really weird that Fuga didn't join on any route except Revelation, but now it explains why. That's cool. And we only get one, so I have to wait till the next one for Flora. Okay, but let's check out here. Yeah, let's... Those base stats are pretty good. Level 10 Master of Arms. Again, I think his level depends on when you recruit him. All standard skills, basically. Wind Disciple. Hit and avoid plus 10 when HP is less than full. And I have heard his growths are pretty bad, but his bases are quite decent. Also, no weapons, unfortunately. And if my guess is correct... Oh, hey, these two have their support. Hey, Fuga arrives just in time to give them his blessing. Yeah, I thought so. I had a feeling. If they didn't make Fuga able to support with Hayato, it wouldn't make any sense. So, he's one of the few Gen 1.5s who has a support besides Kamui, so I wish all of them did, but yeah. Shura really should have supported Azura at the very least, but yeah. So, I may actually try and use him a little bit in the next chapter to get some supports up with... I wonder if I should... You know what? Fuga's just arrived. Don't know if he's going to be angry or overjoyed at this, but his adoptive son is about to get hitched. Let's go. Huh. Was that the person who just arrived now? For some reason us having a level 3 hot spring. Okay, this is where this gets into it. So yeah, that's part of what happened, but it's ambiguous as to whether it was a result of the spell or whether it was as a result of like a... I think it was because, yeah, like she kind of treats it as sort of karmic payback for what she did in the past, I think. I haven't seen many of her support, so I'm not fully sure. Actually... Yeah, Nyx is implied to be probably 40s to 50s, so even if Hayato is older than he looks, he's definitely not that old. In fact, it's entirely possible Nyx may be as old as Fuga, now that I think about it. I knew it! I knew it was a placebo spell! Yeah, that was pretty obvious. Yeah. And you don't find that out if you don't air support them. Interesting. Yeah, I thought it was a placebo spell. And thus Rajat came into being with the right hair color and pretty much the right stance. But yeah, that air support was pretty good overall. So, next time we actually will be going on to Chapter 16, and I think we'll be bringing Fuga with us. I'd like to see what his supports with Hayato are like. So, see you then. Actually, it turns out there's one more thing that I need to show before going out to Chapter 19, because you can probably tell what this is. Yep, it's Kagero's birthday. Now, okay, there she is. It's pretty good to find characters like that on the map. There she... Wow, she's with her husband on her birthday. That... I'm pretty sure that's a coincidence, but it's still pretty cool.
All right.
Do I have any more Master Seals left?
Simple enough.
Yes! Finally! Finally! And let's see, yeah, you know what? Might as well.
What?
Finally! Okay, it's only 3 might though, but 20 evasion without much downsides? Yeah, that is actually pretty cool, but I'll have to see who to give it to. Anyway, with that... Actually, where are you, Kagero? I think she's kind of low down. Where... There she is. She is level 20. I don't have any Master Seals. I don't know if I have the gold for them either. Because I've bought out the entire rod shop, I think. And I do not have the gold for them.
Please go.
Oh well. That's kind of a shame, but anyway. Let's head out to the abandoned town.